new breed, global truth. See a lot of the new agers right now talking about they're going to gain the powers to manifest. They say April 8th, we're going to gain the powers to manifest, and we're going to be able to, channel what we desire in life. We're going to have superpowers. This is the type of conversations I hear going on in the so-called conscious community, those who follow various ideas. And a lot of it is occultic. And a lot of the witches, warlocks, and wizards really believe that they're about to gain some type of power around this time. But what's really going to happen is they're going to sink deeper into the rabbit hole of their own devices. We may even see some form of mass possession. Seriously, we may see some form of mass possession. And I'm saying we may see it, but we may not, because what happens in the privacy of people's homes, you're not really preview to all of that. But I can tell you, if people are really tapping into some of the same magic that they're using in CERN, if people are really tapping into some of the same sorcery, then what makes you think that you won't be preview to the same demons, the same minions of Satan? And this is why I tell people all the time to put away those crystals, those manifestation journals, stop burning sage, stop, doing your witchcraft, your sorcery, stop calling the psychics, stop believing that you're God and you doing all of these weird practices, because now they do this stuff on a high level. The people in Switzerland, which is located in a land called Apollyon, and they're actually communicating with Apollyon, the demon, at the bottomless pit, cracking portals and stargates, communicating with 10, 12, 13-foot beasts. That's what's going on. Now, they doing this on a high level. There's demons in CERN that got them people petrified, terrified. There's people who work at CERN that can't even go home. They just got to stay there. Y'all about to find out just how prophetic that word really was. Y'all really about to find out here. Y'all give me one moment.
Got new details tonight about that double murder-suicide involving a family, including a little 8-month-old child. The LA Times is reporting now that the suspect, identified as Danielle Johnson, was also a controversial astrology influencer who was worried about this week's solar eclipse. Police sources telling the LA Times that those concerns over the eclipse may have been a contributing factor in the crimes. Now, Johnson went by the online name of Danielle Ayoka and had recently referred to the solar event as a spiritual warfare, posting online that the eclipse was here. And then just a few days later, the tragic chain of events started to unfold. Her partner was stabbed to death. Her baby died after being thrown from a car. Another child has been injured, and Johnson herself died in a car crash. Now, investigators found tarot cards and black feathers at the crash scene, and they believe that the eclipse may have been a factor in these killings, though the motive is still unclear.
New video.
Wow. We got a lot to discuss, y'all. Shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Yes. Welcome, everybody. We got some things to discuss. You know, there's been some fervent warnings brung out there. I talk about people using tarot cards. I talk about people using astrology. I talk about the psychics, the divination, the crystals, the enchantments, the manifestation journals, the yoni steams, the witchcraft, the black magic, the craft, the arts, Santa, what do you call it? Santa Neria, voodoo, hoodoo, juju, spells, incantations. Hey, listen, man, I've been talking about this for a minute. And I told you that the type of shift a lot of you new agers was waiting for during the eclipse wasn't what you thought it was. Now, as some of you already seen, this popular influencer, she actually went off the deep end, went off the rails. And it's because of astrology during that particular moment, right? Isaiah 47:13 tells us, "Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels." Let me read that again. "Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let not the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall overcome thee." See, the monthly procrastinators or prognosticators, the stargazers, the astrologers. Listen, I hope everybody from her platform is over here watching right now. Because what you need to learn from this is these people can't save you through divination. They can't save you through black magic. They can't save you through looking at no cards. This is what the Bible's telling you. It says, let these people save you from what the Most High is going to bring upon this earth. These people are looped out of their mind playing with cards and crystals and journals and stones and giving all these things power that have no power. They're out of their mind to be witches. Do you understand? And you see what that lady did. She tweaked out. Now, that was the initial news brief. Let me react to the facts that got brung to the table to show you that you can attribute her lifestyle of witchcraft and sorcery. You can attribute that to her taking out her whole entire family. Shorty went off the rails. And I told y'all that it was going to get turned up a notch. I told y'all it was going to get real out here for everybody practicing the craft. And lo and behold, it's happening. And that's just one thing that happened that's huge. That whole message was prophetic. Because I'm going to also show y'all in this live stream that the man who founded the quote unquote God particle or the accelerator that they got in CERN, he died that night. And I prophetically spoke about how those people are in bondage that work for CERN. If you think it's by chance that that man ended up dying that same night, you got another thing coming. See, his soul and his spirit was required. They dealing with high levels of sorcery and magic over there, as I said in the video the other day, right? Now let's go. Let's talk about this lady here who is accused of eliminating her infants as well as her man, a popular astrologer that all you ladies was following. Peep this.
Tragedy that spanned 3 different cities. We're learning more about the online personality of Danielle Johnson. She is the woman who killed her boyfriend in Woodland Hills before pushing her baby and her 9-year-old daughter into traffic on the 405 freeway.
Wow. Now, mind you, this is right after she made a social media post about the eclipse and how it's some spiritual warfare going on. And you see what happened? She was that deep into the stargazing, into the astrology, that shorty tweaked out. Whatever CERN did, those walk-in demons that I discussed with y'all literally hacked this woman's body, and she went bananas in there. We talking about real nasty work we talking about. Why? Because y'all don't understand. A lot of y'all watching on the outside in the cut who may be a supporter of hers, who like to do the tarot cards and like to do all the magic and spells, you don't understand what you playing with. You don't understand that you playing with fire. You don't understand that Satan himself is sending his minions and his demons in your life, and that you have opened up portals in your house. And a lot of y'all gonna learn real soon what's happening. Let's go.
NBC4's Darsha Phillips live right now in Woodland Hills with more on the investigation here. Darsha?
Yeah, Colleen, Danielle Johnson had a very large presence on social media. She had over 100,000 followers, and she posted about her.
She had over 100,000 followers. It was 100,000 of y'all following this woman to hell. Where y'all at? Come one, come all. Since you don't want to listen to the prophets of the Most High. Nah, you don't want to listen to those who are reading from the word and prophesying. No, you want to play with cards. You want to go get yoni steams. You want to get your manifestation journal. You want to look at your daily horoscope. That's what you want to do. And you're following these people blindly because they don't got it together. She had over 100,000 followers on social media. She was trying to tell you ladies how to live your life, how to manifest things. And the only thing that she manifested was pure hell and death. See, when you playing with magic, when you playing with tarot cards, when you playing with astrology, you playing with death. That's what you're playing with. You're playing with ancestral worship. You're playing with the alignment of the stars. You're dealing with magic. Do you understand? And the Bible tells us in Leviticus 19:31, regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. It tells us plain as day. Don't deal with those wizards. Don't deal with those who seek a familiar spirits. But y'all want to play around because, you know, it sounds good what they talking about because she got a pretty face and know how to talk. Y'all think that she got some answers. This woman offed her family. Where's all her followers to speak out?
Fears about the eclipse and 100,000 followers, and she posted about her fears about the eclipse and the apocalypse. But neighbors here.
She posted about her fears of the eclipse and the apocalypse. Why was this woman afraid? Why was she afraid? Because there were certain souls that were required on the day of the eclipse. You know, she knew her soul was required because she sold it for fame. She sold it for a social media following. And guess what happened? Judgment came. She knew it was coming. She got that 100,000 followers by doing magic and witchcraft over people. She gained that following. And as I told y'all before, the scriptures point out the fact that when eclipse is happening, that shows the Most High's anger. You understand? And I brung that out on that same video where I was prophesying that when an eclipse happens, that shows the Most High anger. It is noted that when Christ was crucified, that there was an eclipse that took place. In other scriptures, it points to his wrath. She knew she had to give it up soon. She knew wrath and judgment was coming. That's why she was so afraid. So some of these content creators who are astrologers, they sitting here doing this witchcraft, this sorcery, this magic. You see them doing it and you think they got it all together, but really they're afraid. They're petrified. A lot of them cannot live without the magic. Do you know the moment where they stop doing these things? Do you know what's going to happen? They're going to have sleepless nights. They're going to have visitations by demons. They're going to get sleep paralysis. There's going to be motion blurs in their eyes. They're going to see things. They're going to get convulsions, seizures, night tremors. Do you understand? This is what's happening to your content creators that y'all follow. If they don't go burn that sage or play with that Ouija board or play with those cards, they get haunted. But it looks all so beautiful on the outside because they got a filter on their face and they can speak. They're literally being tortured and tormented by demons. And she had no choice but to act out in what was in her, what she has channeled. But y'all still be thinking this stuff is a game and y'all be playing with it. That's 100,000 people that was going to hell with her. Let's go.
Here at the Montecito Apartments where she lived says here she was very much keeping to herself. She barely said hi to anyone.
That's because she was damn tormented. She was highly possessed. She was walking around a recluse, trapped in her damn demons, couldn't even operate and function in person, but get on social media and then something happens. How is it that this woman couldn't even function in person in society, but when she got on a camera and start speaking about her stargazing and tarot cards, y'all was following her? Can somebody tell me how that happens? That's because them demons was taking over in her videos. That's why. When she was doing her videos, it wasn't her y'all was looking at. That was called a familiar spirit you was looking at. While she was doing her videos, y'all wasn't dealing with that person. See, in person, she's socially awkward. Don't even know how to speak. Just like most of the modern women out here, socially awkward because they always in their phones and they always in social media taking pictures and they don't even know how to communicate in person. She was one of those. But when she got on camera, due to her divining, she was able to find all the words she can find to communicate to y'all. And it sounded good. It looked good to y'all. So 100,000 women was following. Now, guess where she's at right now? Burning in hell. She's burning in hell. That's where she's at. She took out her infant children and her man and herself. Crazy.
NBC4's I-Team has confirmed that Danielle Johnson was also known as Danielle Aoka online. Under this alias, Johnson made several disturbing posts. Some were anti-Semitic. Others warned about the solar eclipse, calling it the epitome of spiritual warfare. Hours before the solar
She called it the epitome of spiritual warfare. Let's go back.
Warfare. Hours before the solar eclipse on Monday, police say Johnson went on a rampage, killing her partner and throwing her children into traffic on the 405, and then crashing her car into a tree, calling it the epitome of. Under this alias, Johnson made several disturbing posts. Some were anti-Semitic. Others warned about the solar eclipse, calling it the epitome of spiritual warfare. Hours before the solar eclipse on Monday.
And you know what? Why she warned about the eclipse? Because she knew what was coming. See, we said it before. The only people who was afraid of the eclipse coming was those who operated on the left-hand side. The only people who was afraid of the eclipse was people who ain't living right. Also, there's a lot of false prophets that got exposed. They claimed that Christ was coming back. They claimed that the world was coming to an end, that everything was coming to a screeching halt. They told you there was going to be darkness for 3 days and 3 nights. But the only thing that actually happened was what was said by the Most High's real men of truth when we told you, yeah, listen, the people who playing with that magic, they're going to go off the deep end. And lo and behold, it happened. Where's her followers? Where they at? Let's go.
Monday, police say Johnson went on a rampage, killing her partner and throwing her children into traffic on the 405, and then crashing her car into a tree on PCH.
Horrible. I mean, just the whole thing.
Anita Mezar lived on the same floor as Johnson and her family.
I only saw her one time. I came out of my apartment and she was there with the stroller with the little baby.
So her neighbors are giving you a first-hand account of how weird this woman was. How the hell you gonna have neighbors around you and you never even speak, you never say hi to your neighbors, none of that. And it's the type of witches that be in the community, walking around all done up, looking decent, looking halfway decent with all the makeup and all of the glitz and glamour. But in person, they be weird. That's what I'm telling you. This was a witch on a rampage. The Bible tells us in Daniel 2:27, Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king have demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers show unto the king. Meaning what this was their powers, their forces, they don't have nothing on the Most High's people. Their powers against, their powers of darkness that they have nothing against us. But I guarantee It affected everybody in her neighborhood. This is why the Bible says, I suffer not a witch to live, bro. Because witches literally corrupt whole environments. You could bet your bottom dollar the neighbors felt weird, bro. The neighbors even felt her presence. It's an energy field that the neighbors like, yo, what's up with her? This woman is strange. Like, what is she into? They can corrupt whole towns, whole cities. And this woman was leading over 100,000 people. Think about that.
The baby wasn't even a year old.
That 8-month-old baby was in the arms of Johnson's 9-year-old daughter when police say Johnson pushed them out of her moving car on the 405. The 9-year-old managed to get to the side of the freeway. The baby was hit by a car and killed.
She's insane. Yeah, that she had meant.
Now, hey, how many of y'all want to how many of y'all checking y'all's astrology tomorrow? How many of you ladies gonna check your daily horoscope? Because you know that's astrology, right? How many of y'all next brother you meet, y'all gonna ask, hey, what's your birth chart? You an earth sign or a fire sign? How many of you ladies gonna dig into your bag of tricks you got over there and play with your tarot cards tonight? How many of y'all watching these channels right here? The lady was insane. She was warped out of her damn mind. She had all kind of demons. That woman had a whole legion of malevolent dark forces on her. But you couldn't tell by looking at her, now, could you? You couldn't tell by looking at her. But there was a demon walking around. Everybody thumb the video up, and some of y'all joining in. Why y'all leaving? Don't leave now. Oh, I'm not tickling your ears right now. This is not a feel-good message. Nah, this is the truth right here.
Mental problems. To do what she did, the way that she did it, yeah, it's just awful.
Anita and other neighbors now pouring over Johnson's social media posts.
I don't know if you've gone to her Twitter or X page, but we didn't realize how mentally unstable she was. A lot of anti-Semitic remarks.
Norman and others say Johnson and the family kept to themselves.
She was just very.
They talking about some anti-Semitic remarks or whatever the case is. For the record, Noah had 3 sons: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The so-called Negroes in America and spread abroad are those of Negro descent that are from the diaspora. And I mean people of color, even Hispanics, you name it. We talking about Cubans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Panama, Jamaicans, and so forth. We talking about the melanated people spread across who've been under conquest. They come from Shem. So we are Shemitic people. So the term anti-Semitic, that has no power, right? That has absolutely no power. We are from Shem. We are Shemitic people. We are God's chosen people, right? Now, I just thought I'd put that out here. Let's go.
Very standoffish. When we walk our dog, she just wouldn't say hi.
But never imagined she was capable of what police say
She wouldn't say hi. She wouldn't even speak to her neighbor. She was weird.
she did. So many in the building, Norman says, haunted by what happened on Monday.
Friends of ours heard pleading, blood-curdling screams, pleading for his life.
They heard blood-curdling screams, screaming for his life. But guess what? It was lights on, nobody home, y'all. This witch got so possessed dealing with astrology. She was literally torturing her infants and children. They heard the blood screeching howls, but the demons had possessed her that much, she couldn't snap out of it. Do you still want to be a witch? Oh, Newbury, there's good witches and bad witches. Well, what if, you know, a little tarot card, a little astrology never hurt nobody, right? Wrong. Wrong. But y'all think it's a game, though. Y'all think it's a game when brothers keep on warning y'all. You ain't going to be able to escape when Satan come to collect. Isaiah 47:12 says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries. Stand now with your enchantments and the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so that be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Oh, you making profit, but will you prevail? Are y'all going to stand now in y'all's enchantments and y'all sorcery now that your leader is dead, burning in hell? Are you going to stand now in your damn tarot cards and your astrology now that your leader is in hell right now? I asked you. Because I could guarantee you that woman probably, she just woke up in hell. She woke up in hell. She don't even remember doing that. Soon as that eclipse happened, soon as that different portal happened, all she remember is waking up, looking around, seeing what's going on, the burning bodies, the gnashing of teeth, the sulfur. And all she was doing was screaming like, oh, where am I? That's how it happened. Literally just, she blacked out. Walking demon. And I'm going to show y'all the root where this came from. How this happened to her. We're going to dig deep. I'm going to show you how this happened to this woman. Let's go.
Online, Johnson described herself as a recording artist and an astrologer and sold healing sessions and products.
Healing session and products. How long do I got to keep on warning y'all about these women selling these damn products? How long do I got to warn y'all? Y'all went out here and y'all start boiling y'all's vaginas. Y'all started steaming y'all's vaginas, calling it yoni steams. Ordering a damn concoction. Ordering a concoction of roots that I told you the fallen angels taught mankind how to crush and inseminate certain roots. And y'all will order these roots. Sit your ass over a pot. Boil these roots, thinking that you cleansing yourself. Cleansing your vaginas. That's what y'all literally doing. You hear how crazy that sounds? Y'all think that that's personal hygiene in 2024? These witches got y'all out here vabbing, taking your bodily fluids, rubbing it on your body, trying to attract a man. Do you see how damn sick that y'all done got listening to these witches? Another woman, she took her yeast infection and made her man for Valentine's Day this year. She took her yeast infection and made Cinnabons with it. And I think she fed it to the child too, because they had some yeast infection in their throat. I forgot what it's called, but they got a yeast infection in their throat. You can hear a young child coughing in the background. She showed her tongue. There's spores and yeast growing out her damn tongue. But that's what y'all been following. And I'm like, yeah, they call it thrush. That's what it's called. It's called thrush. And y'all still don't see that witches are nasty people, that they're demonic as hell, that they're wicked, filthy beings. And just because they got a following, they sought after. But guess what? You get to see, don't it? You get to see now, don't you?
For his life.
Online, Johnson described herself as a recording artist and an astrologer and sold healing sessions and products. Johnson was killed when her car crashed into a tree in Redondo Beach. Police say she was going over 100 miles per hour.
If only people in this situation would simply either get help, or if they would
get help with get a possession, what is it called? Exorcist done. That's what type of help her ass needed, exorcism. And believe it or not, like I've had a lot of people reach out to me through the years because they battled with these things. And I had to literally talk to the demons that was operating in them. I'm talking about through phone conversations and so forth. Like, all these kind of things. She needed a real deliverance. She needed the Messiah. She didn't need no damn counseling. She needed straight up deliverance. But for some of these people, it's too far gone. They reprobated. Ain't nothing you can do about it. While she's in hell, she's asking for another chance already. And you know what the Most High gonna say? Didn't I send prophets and teachers? Didn't I send the men of the Most High? Because they all get a chance. I'm gonna tell y'all something. You'll be surprised who be watching the content. They all hear what we be saying about these things. They all get a chance, because if they didn't get a chance to hear the truth, then they wouldn't have been judged. I said if they didn't get a chance to hear the truth, then they wouldn't have been judged. So you wondering why I don't have no sympathy for these people? Because instead of hearing the truth, getting the word, and repenting, you know what happens? They hate us for it. Have I therefore become your enemy because I teach you the truth? And they vow to be an enemy of the men of the Most High. And they actually cast spells on us. They actually do their magic and tarot cards and readings on us. I done been online and seen women tag me in videos, them doing tarot cards on me. And I'm like, will you look at this? Literally trying to do magic and cast spells on a man who's telling you the truth, going into the scriptures, not choosing a very wise battle, but that's what they be doing. Literally trying to do magic and tarot cards on me. It ain't worked yet. But where they at? Where they at? Following behind people like that lady on their way to the same fate of her. That's where they at. Real talk.
Just not take others out with them.
Oh, no, she couldn't just take herself out. Nah, it wasn't going down like that. She could not just take herself out. She had to take others with her, because that's how demons work. And listen, her man wasn't getting her out of that lifestyle. So I really, honestly, I don't feel sorry for her man either. I don't feel sorry for the man either. I feel sorry for those children. And I feel sorry that the neighbors had to deal with that witch living in their presence all that time and doing what she was doing, creating a hostile environment to live in, creating an environment that, you know, just wasn't conducive. And, you know, I don't feel sorry for her or the man, because a man is supposed to do what, y'all? Let me see if y'all been watching long enough to understand what that man was supposed to be doing in that situation. Make sure y'all interacting within the chat. He's supposed to, Asia Hunter said it, he's supposed to lead. He's supposed to lead. If I see any woman that I'm dealing with, doing something that's suspect or something that can beguile her in the wrong direction, this is how on point you got to be with your women. Because sometimes women can be, I would say, they can be a little bit capricious in nature. Meaning, you know, they're curious. Certain things may jar their attention. But guess what? As a man, you're supposed to be a man of truth. You're supposed to know what to look out for. If your spirit is right, you're supposed to be able to warn her from certain things, like, hey, baby, you can't look at that. You can't deal with that. That's not of the Most High. That right there is something on the left hand side. And it don't have to be done in a way where it's mean or it's just coming across like you just condemning her. It don't have to come across like that. It can be like, look, babe, I'm looking out for you. We don't want to let nothing in that can compromise what the Most High's building for us. And, I'm a lead. Let me deal with things of the spirit, because that's how it's supposed to be, because the head of every man is Christ. When it comes to things of the spirit, as a man, you're supposed to be able to see things coming against you and your family. I don't care. You're supposed to be able to see. If you really if you really a man of truth, certain things you're not going to allow in. And you got to correct that woman on that. Now, if she decides that she don't want to deal with that, you can leave her alone. I said, if she decides that she don't want to deal with that, you need to leave her alone, because there's more than one way to commit fornication. I said, it's more than one way to commit fornication. Fornication is also goes into dealing with idol gods. Look it up. Do your research. A woman can be fornicating because she refuses to put away the magic, the tarot cards, the holidays, the paganism, the Satanism. If she refused to put away those things, you don't jeopardize your own life, because that woman is dangerous at that point. I don't care. A witch is dangerous. And if you are correcting her as a man and she's reprobating, like, I want these Christmas trees, I want the paganism, I want to celebrate this, I want to celebrate that, I want to do magic, I want to do tarot cards, I want my astrology. You can't tell me nothing about burning sage. You can't tell me nothing. Leave her ass alone before she be popping up in the middle of the night, slicing and dicing you while you in your damn sleep, because it's too crazy out here right now to be in bed with a damn witch. Do you understand? It's too crazy out here to be in bed with a person who is practicing divination, allowing demons in a house and all these things. That's dead. That's dead. You hear me? Man, let me show y'all something, bro, because I'm going to show y'all the root of all of this. Why this lady flipped out like that. Because there's more to this, man. This is deep. Because as I said, as I showed y'all, I gave a very prophetic word, right? In that video, I showed y'all at the beginning when I said, listen, those people in CERN, they under bondage too. And if they're doing this on a high level, imagine what's being invoked on a lower level. You just playing with cards and all of these kind of things. Imagine what's being invoked. Let me show you what happened to Peter Higgs. And for those who don't know who Peter Higgs is the one who actually started the Hadron Collider in CERN. He died the night of the eclipse, the day of the eclipse, April 8th, he died. Now, he was old. He was 94. But I don't think it's by chance that he died that night. It's more than meets the eye. I want to go to the news brief here. Peep game.
British physicist Peter Higgs has died at the age of 94. Considered as one of the giants of modern physics, Higgs' idea of the Higgs boson, an undetected particle in the universe, has changed science forever. Edinburgh University confirmed Peter Higgs' death. In a statement, the university said that on Monday, Higgs passed away peacefully at his home following a short illness. It called him a truly gifted scientist.
Now, mind you, this man Peter Higgs got a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, why the hell would somebody have a Nobel Peace Prize for science? And all he's doing is cracking up portals, letting demons in. They did a whole montage on his life. The dude looked like a demon to me. And it is what it is. And he's more like, listen, him and the astrology girl, because y'all need to understand what modern science is about. It's sorcery. Him and the astrology girl, they right now as we speak, they probably sharing a cell in hell. Died on the same day. Now you see how you could be operating on a high level of sorcery. Now I want you to hear the connection that I'm making right now. You could be operating on a high level of sorcery, meaning you building Hadron Colliders, cracking through portals in space. And you could be in the hood at the very bottom playing with astrology, making YouTube channels. And your ass gonna get the same fate as those people up in CERN. And that's the message that I gave right before all this took place. So you see how this thing works? We're playing with y'all's magic.
Several scientists around the world paid tributes to Higgs. Scotland's First Minister, Hamza Yusuf, described Higgs as a visionary.
All right, we don't care. We don't need no moment of silence. Let's talk about the man's life, because y'all need to understand what this science is that they're doing, right?
Was discovered at the European Organization for Nuclear Research, also known as CERN, CERN. Now, scientists and physicists around the world hailed the discovery as the biggest advancement in knowledge about the cosmos. The discovery of Higgs boson explained where the fundamental particles like photons, electrons get their mass from. The findings proved that several fundamental particles get.
So again, they're chasing that dark matter. Now, let me tell you how this lines up with scriptures, right? Let's get to it. Because the Bible ain't telling you no lies, right? Leviticus 20:6 says, "And the soul that turneth after such hath familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go horn after them. I will even set my face against that soul. I will cut him off from among his people." And that goes for him or her. See, those astrologers, they're going after familiar spirits. And guess what? All that young girl's followers, all that lady's followers, they was whoring after her. That's what y'all was doing. Y'all was whoring after her because y'all thought she was successful. Not understanding that that's a witch right there. Witch has a fate. A witch has a fate that's going to end real bad. You understand me? Let's go.
Get their mass by interacting with the invisible Higgs field that fill space. This interaction is known as Brautinger-Higgs mechanism. In 2013, Higgs.
So, you know, they was into astrology too. You got to understand, those people into astrology too, which the Bible warns us against. But y'all want to keep on checking y'all's horoscopes. Daniel 1:20 tells us, "And in all matters of wisdom and understanding, the king inquired of them. He found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were all in his realm." Do you hear me? Men of the most high. We are 10 times more powerful than all the astrologers. Let me read it again. Y'all understand this Bible? Do you understand what the Bible is telling you? Why we don't need astrology? When Moses was delivering our people, the Pharaoh, he got all the scientists, he got all the evening prognosticators, he got all these people, and still Moses had the spirit of Yah on him, and that was more powerful than all the witches. Let me read that again. Y'all got to get this, right? And this is why you ain't see nobody who read the Bible tweak out and off their family, did you? We wasn't affected at all. Only thing that happened is we can see even clearer. Something changed. There was a shift that took place in that eclipse. I do truly believe that. Some weird phenomena took place, but I believe we can see even more. We're even stronger. We're more refined. In all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them. He found them 10 times better than all the magicians and the astrologers that were all in his realm. Now, why do they call it a realm? His realm. His realm. Let me explain something to y'all. I don't want to go too deep. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in a realm. We're in a realm right now. Do you understand that? You know, people want to argue if the earth is flat or if the earth is a sphere. The earth is a realm. Do you understand? It's a realm. And the men of the Most High are more powerful. The men and women of the Most High who read these scriptures, we're 10 times more powerful than all the witches, all the warlocks, all of them. They have no power. We're stronger than them. So you don't need your astrology. That's witchcraft. That's manipulation. You got women trying to study the arts of how to manipulate men and all of these kind of things. Let me explain something to you. The Bible is straight up, but let me bring this to your attention. You ladies got to look out for the warlock too. There's men out here who make video content trying to tell you how to gain certain control over your man and how to keep a man and how to do this and how to do that. You better be careful with them too, because they're wizards. They're trying to throw the balance off in the household. Just because they don't have astrology in front of them. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies? Listen carefully. Just because they don't have a diadem or a damn occult symbol or cards in front of them, don't mean that they're not a damn wizard or a warlock. Stop listening to every man who is speaking. He doesn't listen. These men don't talk for all men. I said these men don't talk for all men, because if they're not reading out the Bible, they ain't saying shit. Do you understand what I just said? Ain't no relationship guru or none of that if they not reading out of the word. Do you understand? This is where family comes in. Oh, they didn't like that. Oh, I seen the numbers drop. Y'all mad? Y'all don't like the truth? Oh, that's the wrong one. Y'all don't like that, huh? Y'all don't like that, but guess what? It's going to keep on coming. Do you hear me? That hit a spot right there. When the numbers jump like that, because they know that's what they be doing. You still horn after a wizard. You still horn after a warlock. If they not reading out this word, they not talking about nothing. They can't tell you how to be a woman of value. They can't tell you how to be a woman of righteousness. Anything else is manipulation. If it ain't thus saith the Most High coming from the scriptures, you're following a witch or a warlock. You don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. You got to understand that. Some of them are doing this magic behind the scenes. That's why y'all ladies need to find out where a man stands at in all of this. Because they can have crafty words and all of that too. Let's go.
Higgs, along with Belgium's Francois Englert, won the Nobel Prize for Physics in the 1960s. Higgs, along with several physicists, worked on an idea to explain why the basic blocks of the universe have mass. For nearly 3 decades, physicists replicated the Big Bang by smashing particles together.
And they are here smashing particles together, manipulating the atmosphere, changing, the trajectory of society. Listen, Amos told you. And 5:8 says, seek him that maketh. Hold on, let me get this here. Let me get this here. I'm actually in Chronicles. First Chronicles 10:13. So Saul died for his transgression, which he committed against the Lord, even against the word of the Lord, which he kept not, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit to inquire of it. See, the spirit. Listen, when we talk about Saul was out here inquiring what these wizards and warlocks think, those who have familiar spirits. So you got to be careful. The Most High killed Saul because of this. The Most High killed Saul because of this. Let's go.
Their main aim being the witness to Higgs boson. However, it was only achieved in 2012, as the Higgs boson only appears in about 1 in a billion Large Hadron Collider collisions. At CERN, a massive Large Hadron Collider finally proved the existence of Higgs boson. 2 experiments there independently found the undetected particle. Several physicists, including Peter Higgs and Francois Englert, examined 2.5 times more data. And in 2013, they concluded that indeed some kind of Higgs boson has been discovered. However,
so he's the one. That's the face of the man who's trying to go find a damn God particle. Nicole Archer, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says facts. People are in occults and dabbling all kind of things. Absolutely. And we still gonna talk about this lady, this content creator or person. I just wanted to show y'all that he died too. She wasn't the only one who went that night. We gotta hone in on what we be following these days. We gotta hone in on that. Let's let the spirit move right now. Let's talk about this astrology influencer. Let's get to it, man. Now I want to read a little bit of this here. Now, y'all see that face right there? Let's just stop for a second. You see that face right here? This individual here, well-spoken, had a whole following, but you're looking at a straight demon. A straight demon. It goes on to say, astrology influencer disturbed by the eclipse posted the apocalypse is here before often partner, baby, and herself. An astrology influencer who allegedly offed her partner in front her infant daughter and then herself on the morning of the total eclipse had written the apocalypse is here. The apocalypse is here. The apocalypse for who? For her. It was her day of judgment. This is crazy. It goes on to say, in a concerning social media post before the murders, last week, the Los Angeles Police Department said in a press release that Danielle Johnson had also written online about the total solar eclipse leading to spiritual warfare before she stabbed her partner to death, later threw her two daughters from a moving car. So I'm guessing that the oldest daughter must have lived. She must be in like critical condition or something, because I'm guessing she survived. From a moving car on Los Angeles area freeway, killing her youngest 8-month daughter and injuring her 9-year-old daughter. Yep, she was injured. After throwing her children from a moving vehicle, Johnson, 34, then drove her Porsche SUV into a tree and killing herself at 100 miles per hour. Ain't that something? Ain't that ironic? She had 100,000 subscribers and her ass went catapulting through that windshield at 100 miles per hour. Wow, wow, wow. Ain't that something? A demon-possessed witch. Ain't that something? You really can't make this up. It goes on to say, Johnson's 8-month-old daughter was pronounced deceased at the scene after authorities responded to the scene where she threw her children from her moving car. According to the LAPD, her 9-year-old daughter sustained moderate injuries. Blessings to her. I hope she gets a chance at life. Oh, man. Yo. I truly hope her daughter grows up to be a staunch advocate against witchcraft. I hope her daughter grows up and has a platform just like her mother, but she's on the right-hand side and she is totally destroying the idea of women playing with tarot cards, Ouija boards, manifestation journals, dibbling into astrology at all in any levels. I hope that's what happens for her life, right? Because the Most High spared her. The Most High spared her. So you know what that means? The Most High seen something. The Most High seen something. Now, it goes on to say, man, this is crazy. LAPD says earlier in the day around 3:40 local time, Johnson allegedly also stabbed her partner, Jalen Chaney, to death at their apartment. So this is what they were hearing. The neighbors were hearing the man being stabbed to death. So her neighbors was hearing this grown man not even able to defend himself. And you know why? The demon that took over probably had super strength. The demon that took over probably literally hawked this man in the air. Man, like literally. It was a foul spirit that came over her. And then she hopped in her car to go get her kids and tweaked out. So obviously the police didn't come in time to go get her. She fled the scene immediately. The way I'm playing this out in my mind, based on the evidence presented, she fled the scene immediately, went to pick the children up, and then tore them apart too. This is insane. It goes on to say, In a verbal altercation that escalated and Johnson's became violent, stabbing Channing. So it was some type of altercation they had. Who succumbed to the injuries at the scene, police said. So that's it. This is the face of the woman y'all followed. Over 100,000 of y'all was following this woman. How do you feel now? Stand on your sorceries and your enchantments now. Y'all gonna act like this didn't happen? Micah 5:12 says, and I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand, and thou have no more soothsayers. I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. The Most High cut her out. How many people in her circle was warning her? I forgot. She didn't have no circle because the woman was a weirdo, a straight NPC in her own little world on social media, not communicating with nobody. When the time comes where it's smart cities and 15-minute cities, when the time comes where martial law is on the table, are y'all still gonna be listening to these witches? Y'all ladies, you telling me y'all ladies still gonna be following this? Y'all think they got the answers for y'all? You think they putting things in place? You can look at this woman's eyes and see she's totally gone. And you know what? That same look, I see it everywhere, all through the cities. That same look that she got, I see it everywhere. The eyes are the windows to the soul. They don't lie. Them eyes don't lie. That's the same damn blank ass, retarded ass stare I see in a lot of you modern women out here. Y'all look dumb. You look like something has taken over you. You look like there's no originality to yourself. There's no individuality. Y'all all look the damn same. A copy paste, carbon copy, long ass eyelashes, and on the low, y'all all dealing with witchcraft. And I'm sick of it. And I'm very passionate about this particular topic because, you know, I overcame a lot growing up, seeing these things, being exposed to these things. And the Most High made it so I'm very passionate about this because I know the effect that it has on children. Because while y'all ladies is playing with these things, even while you're playing with it, your children are being tormented. Your children are getting night terrors. Your children are seeing archons and shadow beings in their rooms. Your children are literally petrified. You don't see what they see. And it pisses me off because y'all don't think about y'all children. You don't understand how powerful the spiritual realm is. And you playing with these things and your children are afraid. And when they get up to tell you, mommy, you know, I seen something in my room. You tell them, get your ass back in there and go to bed. Go back in there and go to bed. You ain't see nothing. And your trifling ass the one who brung it in the house. What about the children, bro? 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressively, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And that's what happened. A lot of y'all departed from the faith, and you have taken heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And now y'all following these people on social media. And it's a shame. Hold on. Man, I tell you. Y'all give me one moment. Let me see here. Let me get back to this source here. And if you learning right now, do me a favor and like the video. And this right here was her husband. And look, she was doing GoFundMe's. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, let me blow this up. It goes on to say, Channy's family said in a GoFundMe fundraiser that the father was a proud member of the U.S. Air Force and a special part of our family. So she was doing GoFundMes. And guess what? I guarantee whatever her initiative was, whatever she put up, I guarantee you that y'all was funding it. And I'm talking about to her little followers who ran over here. Because ain't nobody cover it. I know y'all watching. I know y'all sent this woman money. I don't even know what it was for, but it goes on to say, the AP, the Los Angeles Times, have reported that Johnson used social media to present herself as an astrologer and offer a variety of services on her website, including zodiac healing work, alcohol balancing systems, and aurora cleanse. Ooh. Ooh. Ain't that what y'all into? Oh, y'all just cleansing. Y'all doing, oh, I get it. Y'all doing a self-healing journey. You trying to center your chakras. You trying to get your aurora straight. You need an aurora cleanse. So you need her to burn some candles and summon the ancestors. Now you seen this woman went bat-ish crazy. Yeah, they doing all that damn spirit cooking. Now, that's what y'all do. This is what y'all into. Oh, the Bible. Oh, I hear what New Breed saying. Oh, I get it. Y'all got to see action. You got to see somebody. You got to see it for yourself, because that's what it is. Y'all stubborn. The Bible says, I talk to a stubborn, stiff-necked people. Y'all got to see y'all homegirl tweak out a night after the club. That's what it is. I know that's what it is. Your homegirl that y'all be doing it, going to psychics with and all that. This is what y'all gotta. This is what gotta happen. Y'all gotta be riding home from the club, and she throw your ass out of moving car. That's what gotta happen. Y'all gonna leave the club one night, and she gotta throw your ass out of moving car, and you gotta. I guess you gotta hit a couple speed bumps to know that witchcraft is wrong. Is that it? Is that it? Because I guess seeing is believing. Me warning y'all ain't enough. I've been warning for years. Oh, I guess you got to go over her house one day for a reading. You got to go out of her house. You got to go to her house one day for a reading. And she's getting that. And she's like, look, girl, let's do a yoni steam. And that same water that she's boiling, that pot of water she burning, she got to walk out the kitchen and throw that hot ass water on you and burn your ass alive and melt your damn skin and everything else, so you can be like, damn, this is crazy what we doing. Oh, I guess it got to happen that way. Like, she got to be in the middle of a tarot card reading. No, literally, this is how it has to happen. She got to be in the middle of a tarot card reading, jump out, just jump up 5 feet in the air because she's levitating, and slowly come down and take a dagger and slice and dice your ass like a Sanchez plate. And then you're going to be like, you know what? Maybe New Breed's right. Maybe astrology's wrong. Too late. Too late. Where the witches at? Because I'm mocking you witches right now. You're being mocked. You're being mocked. Hey, for the person saying drink some water, I don't have none on me right now, so I didn't finish this bottle. My allergies be really getting to me, but it is what it is, man. Y'all can still hear what I'm saying. Yeah, I know they watching. Y'all getting this verbal sporn and this rebuke because y'all not showing up now. Normally, y'all be in the chat. Why y'all not defending her legacy? Hold on, y'all followed her. Hold on, let me get this right. So y'all followed Shorty. Y'all funded her GoFundMe. You was down for her program. You was her supporter. You was loyal. But now you're not showing up to defend this woman? Oh, why? Why you not defending her? Because she did something heinous. That's why. Y'all gonna act like y'all wasn't even subscribed. Y'all gonna act like y'all wasn't even watching her video. It goes on to say, the AP reports that Johnson made several concerning posts concerning the total solar eclipse, which took place on April 8th. Want to keep up with the latest coverage? All right, we there. So we know that. Now, let me show y'all something else that's been weird, because there's people just been tweaking after this eclipse. There's been some strange phenomena. Yo, the world is getting bizarre out here, people. Look at exhibit C over here.
Felicity Cadillac, take Robert Cadillac to be your husband, your spiritual partner, and love him unconsciously through thick and thin.
I, Felicity Cadillac, take Robert Cadillac to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward for.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
What you just seen was a woman marrying puppets, like ventriloquist, life-size ventriloquist puppets. Now, why did you show us that, Bree? What the hell that got to do anything? Let me explain. Allow me to explain. Why is that relevant? All right. Y'all got to understand how disembodied spirits work. Now, this woman is convinced that something lives in that entity. And I'm convinced that something is in there too. Because something happened, right? Where it's becoming a real live spectacle. Whatever took place during that eclipse, yo, people have tweaked out. Yeah, she's literally marrying Pennywise. I just thought I'd show you how damn fried people's brain is right now. I want to show you how crazy it's getting. It's like this, y'all. I know it seems like that when it comes to a belief system, that there's a lot of options out there, that there's a lot of different avenues that you can take to get to truth and light. It's only one way. It's only one way. And no much as you deny the simplicity that is Christ, is warping the perceptions, because you won't take on the simplicity that is Christ. You got women out here marrying their rose toys. That's a fact. You got women marrying inanimate objects. I seen a video clip where this woman said she gonna marry herself. She walked down the aisle and said vows to herself. Talk about a damn self-improvement journey, right? Talk about self-love, right? Now, what's the point? All roads lead to insanity when you following these people. The feminist movement is witchcraft. I said the feminist movement is witchcraft. It has manipulated, warped, and distorted the perception of women believing that there's another way outside of them having a head, which is a covering. They are convinced. So what does that mean? They're going to fall into all diverse lust. They're going to be led away captive by various lusts. The scriptures also say through much liberty, they will destroy themselves. Do you understand? The Bible says through too much liberty, giving these women no covering, letting them just believe what they want to believe, watch what they want to watch, say, do what they want to do, then they would literally destroy themselves. And that's what's happening. Because it's up to that man to set the parameters, right? I'm telling you, somebody said, bro, and let me say this, it don't necessarily have to be an intimate relationship, but y'all got to have God-fearing spiritual brothers of truth and of substance over your lives, ladies. You do. It's needed. Somebody say, anyone else keep getting kicked off saying YouTube app closed? No, that must be your app. Now, I will tell you, brothers and sisters, that I have put in mid rolls for this particular stream. So you are getting mid rolls. So if it seems like it's a little bit different, you're getting ads. And the reason being is because, we have to get all our ads now. So be prepared for that. We got to make sure the business is right. So I am putting in mid rolls and commercials midstream. If you want the total package, just sign up for YouTube's what is that thing called? Sign up for a YouTube account, like a YouTube Premium. Sign up for YouTube Premium. If the ads is a problem, that's what I gotta tell you. But at the end of the day, I gotta do what I got to do. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because I got work to do. So sign up for YouTube Premium, because normally I never put ads during a stream. But that has to change. All right. Somebody said I'm not tripping on ads. Somebody said it's all good. The ads aren't bad. Okay, good. I'm glad y'all good. Y'all good. I didn't make them aggressive. I set them for moderate. But this is sad, man. Yeah, I got YouTube Premium too. So, and I don't see no more ads. I just want to see some of her posts that she made prior to the eclipse. All right, so it says, less than a week before the murders, Johnson reportedly posted this. It says, Eclipse is the epitome of spiritual warfare. Get your protection on and your hearts in the right place. The world is very obviously changing. That sentence don't make sense. The world is very obviously changing. She don't even know how to type right now. And if you ever needed to pick a side, the time to do it, to do right in your life is now. Stay strong. You got this. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that absolutely incredible what she posted? Because we got to react to what she just said, right? That is absolutely interesting here. She says, this eclipse is the epitome of spiritual warfare. She's right about that. She's right about that for people who playing on the left-hand side. For the people who engaging in astrology, she knew something was coming. I don't doubt if this woman was watching my channel. She was speaking about those people over there, the oohs that start with a J. The people over there, the synagogue people. I wouldn't be surprised if she was trying to play both sides and had to pay for it with her life. It goes on to say, it says, get your protection and on your hearts in the right. Now, what's protection in which language? Do y'all know what protect? When a witch says get your protection, what does that mean in their language? I want to see what y'all know about this. What does that mean when a witch says get y'all's protection? What does that mean? Shell says crystals. Yep. Spells. No wrong answer. Stones. Sage. That's what I was looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for. Sage and crystals. Protection from demons. Exactly. But them demons ain't protect her, did they? She was not protected, was she? Copper and sage, black magic, all of those. Every answer y'all said is right. It's all right. It goes on to say, the world is very obviously changing right now. She knew something was changing. And if you needed to pick a side, the time to do it is right now. Stay strong. She never picked a side. She never picked a side. And guess what? Since she kept dabbling in the dark arts, Satan chose a side for her. And he required his collection. He required their souls. I truly believe that one guy, what is his name? The dude who won the Nobel, Peter Higgs. I think Satan required his soul that day too. That was a big sacrifice day. That was a day of mass possession, and that was a day of sacrifice. If y'all seen the movie Three Body Problem, at the beginning of that series, there was a scientist. There was a scientist that was working on a project that offed herself. She literally swan dived into something that was like a Hadron Collider. She swan dived into something exactly like a Hadron Collider. I wouldn't doubt that, old boy ended himself. See, they be telling you stuff in shows, bro. It's like predictive programming. Maybe he knew on April 8th, 2024, he knew. I believe the man knew. It's like, all right, time to give up the soul. Whatever they did in CERN, like I was speaking prophetically, whatever they did in CERN, his time was up. His time was up, and her time was up too. From the hood to the Switzerland, from America to Switzerland, all the same sorcery, all the same magic, all the same witchcraft. It's like one huge show of Black Mirror. Domestic abuse survivor says years ago, a little 6-year-old girl fell asleep with a crystal around her neck that she got from her demonic father. Next morning, she woke up with a red burn mark on her chest. Poor baby. See? It affects the children. It affects the children. Somebody said the eclipse was fake. There's people who watched it live. What do you mean it was fake? Help me to understand what you mean by it was fake. Somebody said the sun is generating inner heat and us of God through the pineal. See, be careful everything, Creature. Because you need to have a real good understanding of what you call the pineal, because you're starting to sound like you may be a practitioner of the craft. So it's a thin line. When you're talking about that pineal gland, you need to understand what it really is. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you what it is. Let me give you the scriptures here. Because you sounding like you on some new age stuff. I'm gonna show you biblically, because listen, the truth, you hear certain terms, but you don't fully understand it. And I'm gonna help you. Let me pull this scripture up. Let me show you something here. We in Matthew 18:9. Actually, that's not the right one. One moment. Let me pull this scripture up. Bear with me. It's in Matthew 6:22. And it reads, this is Matthew 6:22. This is why y'all need to read y'all Bible. Stop listening to these damn witches. The Bible give you everything you need to know about the quote unquote third eye. I'm about to break it down to you. Matthew 6:22. The light of the body is the eye. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thine whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, now how great is that darkness? How great is that darkness? So yes, does a pineal gland exist? Yep. It's called your mind's eye. Now, what's important to know about that mind's eye is that if you fill it with darkness, the wrong information, everything in you will be dark. So yes, it exists, but you people who follow this third eye symbolism, what you essentially be doing is you be worshiping the creation that God gave you, the third eye. You worship the creation and you idolize it, but you don't worship the creator who gave you the so-called third eye. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is where idolatry comes in. This is where sorcery comes in. And that's why the elite be throwing up the hand gestures. They be covering one eye. They be doing all of that because they actually praise and idolize the pineal gland. When in actuality, whatever you put in that gland, meaning if you put in witchcraft, magic, sorcery, divination, evil things, if you putting that in that eye, your whole body, all your countenance is dark. That's what the Bible is telling you. Are you beginning to understand why the Bible is important? So often people get caught up in worshiping the creation, but not the creator himself. And that's why you end up dark. That's why you end up being led astray. See, these people done tricked you. Somebody said one of my ex-girlfriends used to call familiar spirits and worship crystals and burn sage. And I had to end that real quick. Nathan, you are justified to end that. And I want to prove that too. Because, fornication, the Messiah tells us in the scriptures that you don't divorce a woman, say it be for fornication. Now I want to bring up the definition of fornication in its totality, so you can understand that you don't stick with no witch, right? And I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna show you something, because fornication also goes into you dealing with idol gods. You understand what I'm saying? And let me see if I could pull this up for y'all, because there's several meanings for fornication, several meanings. And let me share my screen with y'all so I can show y'all this. So you're not supposed to separate from a woman. You're not supposed to send a bill of divorce, say if it be for fornication. Now let me show you something, because you ain't supposed to stay with no witch. The KJV dictionary definition of fornication. Now I'm gonna blow this up so y'all can see it, right? Let me blow this up so y'all can see it. Oh snap! I blew up the wrong screen. Hold on one moment. One moment, y'all. Let me see. All right, there we go. So y'all can see this. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can read along. If y'all can read along and see it, read. I mean, put a 1 in the chat. So it says, KJV dictionary definition: fornicated. Fornication, the incontinence or lewdness of unmarried person, male or female. Also the criminal conversation of a married man with a married woman. Adultery, incest, idolatry, a forsaking of the true God and worshiping of idols. Y'all see that? So when the Messiah says you cannot divorce a woman, say if it be for fornication, if a woman refuses to turn from her witchcraft, sorcery, divination, and so forth, you know what I'm saying? You can leave. A lewd person, an idolater, that's a fornicator. So now we have a greater understanding here, right? Now these are things that we're learning. In the past, brothers may have, put away women. Saying brothers may have fell short or whatever the case may be. Listen, it ain't no going backwards. Now the law. You're not supposed to just put them away for any old reason, but what's done is done. But just the law, from what Christ brought out. But you don't stay with no woman who's a witch. She can carve you up, bro. She can do anything. She can be bat-ish crazy. And sometimes the Most High show you spiritually that you dealing with a witch. He'll show you spiritually that you are dealing with somebody that ain't right. I'm telling you, it can be a touch. Woman can touch you a certain way, and if you really connected with the Creator, and you can feel that it's something wrong, like they're doing something that's like out of pocket. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But you got to know what you're dealing with out here, fellas. Real talk. Somebody said dreams too. Yep. Somebody said a warlock can get you pregnant. A warlock could get you pregnant just to torture the kids. Be careful, lady. See, that's crazy. But that's insane. Somebody said this chick literally carved up her husband. Yeah, exactly. Someone says we are to go to the Most High for all things, for health, wealth, fertility, wisdom, victory, etc. When you turn to strange spirits and powers for these things, that's when fornication begins. Exactly. Somebody said new breed. First time I'm heard you calling these witches out. Willing to sound crazy to preach the truth, saving lives. Right now, the person name right now, you must be new to the channel. How many of you all have seen me exposing witchcraft for years now? By show of ones in the chat. Because this can't be the first video you done seen of me calling out witches. Because if that's the case, I'm going to have to do a lot more content on this. Even when I'm calling out some of these content creators who's speaking on chosen ones, and they really ain't about that. I didn't call out warlocks, wizards, witches. I've been doing this for a minute. All right. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure everybody over here ain't just new. Vanessa Tolliver says she needed to hear this. That's a blessing. All right, cool. As long as y'all know what's up. And if y'all want more material while I'm exposing these dark inner workings and how witchcraft literally is plaguing America right now. Like how witchcraft is literally plaguing society at the moment. If y'all want more material like that, y'all know what to do, man. Y'all have to share this material. Y'all have to make sure this kind of stuff blows up. All it takes is y'all liking the video. Even y'all people who watch everything on playback, y'all got to like the video too. You know what I'm saying? Spread it out. And then I will stick to the topics that y'all want to talk about, because I realize that a lot of people are falling into this lifestyle. There's a lot of you women out there who are falling for it because y'all got friends that's into it. Or if you may meet a sister out there. You ladies may meet another lady out there who seem cool. And she may really seem like a stand-up type of female. But really, she like doing spells on you. It's incantation, and she's summoning things. And you just think because she's pretty, soft-spoken, maybe mild-mannered, all of that. And she got her own business. She may be selling herbs and spices. And you think everything's sweet. You need to be watching my materials so I can keep you shielded from these type of things. So you can know the telltale signs that you might be dealing with a witch. Because there's a lot of signs. There's a lot of signs that a woman can give off that she's a witch. And I'm going to have to do a topic on that so y'all can understand what you're dealing with out here. So y'all don't get caught up and end up getting thrown onto a busy highway, thrown out somebody's car because you don't know what you're dealing with. Them people are irrational. Them people have the proclivity to tweak out. Real talk. And if I start, and let me tell you something, if I see something in somebody where it's like, all right, this person has a spirit and they have the proclivity to like literally tweak, I'm getting the hell away from them. Especially these witches. I'm not dealing with that. I'm too spiritually sensitive to those type of things, bro. I don't play those games. I do not play those games. Somebody says some will come. Some will come not to give blessings, but to seek and destroy demonic souls. Right. Y'all be inviting these women in your house. Next thing you know, You go over their house, they got an artifact of your clothing there. You don't even know why. You didn't invite a shorty over for drinks. You didn't invite a shorty over to play cards with you and your family, have some cocktails. You go over her house and you see one of your socks over there. You see your bra you was looking for over there. You over there like, yo, how this get over here? It can be something from your kitchen. It could be a spoon or a fork out of your kitchen. And you like, yo, I was looking for this. Somebody said that's mad weird. That's how they move. You open one of them damn closets, there's a whole shrine in there. Got your wedding photos in the middle of a damn shrine. Y'all don't know that's how people playing now? It's 2024. Y'all not up to speed to how these women moving? Y'all don't know what they be watching? I do, because 100,000 people was following that bat-ish crazy woman. All of a sudden, that woman got your man's do-rag he was looking for. He arguing with you, baby, where my do-rag at? It's over old girl house y'all let over there. Yeah, out there pulling hairs out your brush. Out there with your comb, pulling hairs out your comb, and you see hair in the shrine, candles burning, man. Bruh, I don't think y'all understand what time we living in, bro. Somebody said, how often do you fast and pray? Why don't you worry about how often you fast and pray? I'm not sure why you asked me that. Somebody said I be missing socks and underwear. Yeah, man, you gotta be careful. Somebody said, man, I was dating one without the knowledge. I was dating one without the knowledge of all this. Man, my life went downhill. LOL. Not even funny though. Yeah. And that's what happened. All of a sudden, you losing jobs. All of a sudden, you losing resources. All of a sudden, you getting in car accidents. All of a sudden, things are happening in your life. Why? You don't even know you opened up what they call a point of entry in witchcraft. And you ladies can't be asking advice from certain people because you don't realize they just monitoring spirits, and they'll take your information and use it against you. That's witchcraft. Manipulation is witchcraft. It also tell you the sin of rebelliousness is witchcraft. It's witchcraft, the sin of rebelliousness. And it's true. So when you see these women rebelling against the man, that's witchcraft. Somebody said, a lot of witches want to force friendships. Yep. Same thing for a lot of these warlocks. Same thing. They try to gather your information. They always following you around. It be them people at your workplace. So as you go to work, all of a sudden, they all in your face, trying to find out stuff about you. It's a warlock. That's a witch. But anyway, man, we'll talk more about this topic on a later date, man. Hopefully y'all gain some insight. If you did, like the video, share. Also, consider supporting my work, man, via Cash App, New Breed Global Truth 77. We doing this land development initiative. Man, support the work, man. There's some real work being put out there. And it needs financing, right? Also, support me at newbreed.love, man. Get yourself some merchandise. That also helps the mission. You understand? I just thank each and every one of y'all for supporting. And hopefully y'all learned something. Y'all have a blessed evening. With that being said, shalom and peace.